began to come to the sudden realization that we forgot our keys to the front door of Conversation Castle.
I mean, we also did forget to do the mic check.
Oh God, rib.
Yep. Hopefully the volume levels are fine.
Trust me, Twisty went into the red there a couple times, actually. Trust me, he's fine.
Cool.
Well, all right.
So, yeah, that was a session. I had an entire menu written down like 3 sessions ago or something, and you just like continuously were requesting certain things. I'm like, all right, what things can I throw in here? So you legitimately had a carnival, and I hope that everyone had enjoyed it.
Nice.
It was a fun little carnival day.
The one thing that I will mention, Zach, before Yevis is going to leave, you're eventually going to be getting another bottle of Fago, which, once again, the effects of Fago, like, when you drink the Wicked Elixir, you get the Clownish Miracles bonus, which is that on either a roll or a saving throw, skill check, or attack roll, you can just have advantage, or damage, you can just max out the damage, and you can do that once per Fago consume. And I will say that the performance that was had, there's a lot of Fago consumed prior, and all of the things that Yevis did, they were using like Dimension Door and Dominate Monster. They use pretty basic spells, and
but with the bullshit activating it.
Yeah, it very much was a everything had been planned out, and do this and this, and then they just mimicked your darkness ability that you get for being a clown. But yeah, hopefully that was entertaining to sit through. But with that, let's start going through everyone and asking how you all enjoyed the session. So, Eric, how'd you enjoy the session? Questions, comments, concerns?
It's fine for the most part. I don't have any issues with it.
Glad to hear.
Kind of dragged on for a bit with the Chimera, or not the Chimera.
Manticore.
Manticore, yeah.
Chimera was the other thing we fought.
We can't ever say the right one. It has to be the other.
Yep.
I get it right.
So, yeah, the Manticore fight, I had actually messaged B during the session. I'm like, hey, am I forgetting something during the carnival? Like, you requested a bunch of things, and I have to be forgetting something. And B is just like, oh yeah, gladiator fight / monster taming. And I'm like, alright, cool, I'll do that.
I still don't remember what I forgot about at the very beginning of the session.
Wouldn't you like to know?
It was literally one of the previous sessions. I said that you were forgetting something.
Oh.
And yeah.
Can I explain it to him?
I still don't remember what I'm
Can I explain it to him?
I mean,
Sure.
You can certainly try to explain it.
Okay, well, we had recently uploaded the episode where 3 characters had a dream. Zach had a weird warlock dream where the knight sword got absorbed. Orvid had a freaky dream where I think he fell in a hole. You had a dream in a library where someone said, "Aren't you forgetting something?"
Yeah, it's like I remember reading like a book of Mistral.
And we had just uploaded that, and I was like, yeah, I remember when Zach forgot something? I just thought I'd bring it up as a joke.
Oh. So you don't actually know?
I don't know either.
Did you forget
All I
something?
know is you forgot something.
The oven's on.
Oh no! Oh no! Not the library.
has burned down.
The Elven Library.
When the
so
library of
hard.
Alexandria burns down because someone left the oven on.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Let's blame it on the Greeks.
Oh jeez.
Oh shit.
Wait, the Greeks don't exist in this universe.
No,
Oh
they
no!
Anyway.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, the next couple of sessions are definitely going to be a tone shift and have a bunch more problems. We're kind of on the string of like RP sessions right now, and a lot of them have been pretty lax. So I'm just kind of like throwing out, okay, yeah, sandbox around with all the little neat things that I have, and you can role play whatever you want to. That's kind of what I had set up. But yeah, it's things are gonna be different in the next couple of sessions. But if there wasn't anything else you wanted to mention, Eric?
Not really.
All right, then you are free to go if you would like.
Yeah.
Later. B, because I know you usually have to get to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns?
That was very much the thing we were hyping it up to be. So, 10 out of 10. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm just like, how do I make this go over well, and what would be the things that would happen? And you got some gifts, you got a premonition, and you got to interact with Yevis. Also, that was the first time anyone found out Yevis's name.
Yep. I don't know how to spell it,
yeah.
but I noticed it.
Yevis.
That?
Yep, Yevis.
Nice.
So
It's spelled exactly as it sounds.
Yevis, the androgynous clown that you assume to be human, they are, they're just another follower of the Honk Mother who is higher level and questionably antagonistic. They blew up an airship, so
I don't trust that guy.
they honestly, not trusting a clown, probably a solid move. I'm not gonna beat around the bush there. Fucking clowns are horrifying.
Then why did you put so many of them in this campaign?
Originally,
They're horrifying.
well, that as well as originally, I had one clown plan, and then one of the players decided to bring in the Dark Carnival.
Steve,
Yeah.
we just posted cringe. We have lost subscriber.
As if you had those to begin with.
I'm like 10. Fuck you.
Lol.
Fuck you.
Anyway, anything else, B? Anything like favorite moments, things you wanted to comment on?
Nope. I enjoyed this. I got my points clear for the orcs. I hope that the orcs can are fucking swayed over to the Dark Carnival as much as I tried to get them to be.
Yeah, they're certainly to kind of give a behind the curtain look. They are they originally were fucking grasping at straws, kind of hopeless, and you literally brought a party to their doorstep, and not only do they now have hope, but they also got to have fun. So, win-win there, and they're kind of at the point where, yeah, they'll do just about anything. Literally the previous chieftain was just like, let's just fucking go to the Corlith ruins and see if we can find dope magic shit that'll help turn the tides of battle. And they fucking died at the door. So, that's about how things are going with them. So
From the door to the clown mother.
Yeah. The town itself, like, I'm not giving you like an extremely overpowered town. No, like, this town is weak and not running super well. And it's now kind of your job to prepare for a literal invasion that's going to be happening.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's
incoming.
see if your morale boosting actually yields results.
Yeah, I will say real quick, I really did enjoy that speech you gave.
Yeah.
Sounded well thought out.
Like, I know I was literally kind of reading it off. Like, I did put a lot of thought into that for the most part.
I mean,
I've had since I entered the Orc Village, and that was like 4 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
I can tell you put work into writing it.
Just maybe don't tell me it sounded like shit immediately after that.
No, I can tell that you put a lot of work into writing it. It's just the presentation.
Maybe also don't say that during the recording or whatever, where it's like, oh, cool, so, okay.
I mean, like, people professionally don't, like, people who present speeches don't just, like, do it off lib, like, they, like, in real life prepare speeches ahead of time. So, like, I don't think speaking like you wrote a speech is a bad thing.
Honestly, first of all, I'll say I fucking love every time players do speeches because, like, it means that you really care about something enough to monologue for a while about it. And, like, the thing that I couldn't really get across was because, like, I'm one person. I, as the game master, could not properly convey, like, while you were saying this thing, you had fucking, like, crowds of people cheering you on and clapping and hooping and hollering the entire speech. But, like, I couldn't just fucking interrupt you and be like, yeah, they start clapping and, shit like that. So, like, the town fucking loved it. I didn't make you roll. That was great. Hands down. I was very intent on, listening to what you were saying, and, if you would have said something that, would have pissed off the town or didn't sound right, then, they would have started, being questionable about it. But, like, everything you said was spot on. You definitely had thought that out.
Yeah.
So, I kind of thought Sandra was just doing, like, a small jab as, like, hey, you're doing good, but, like, this, that, the other thing. But, it very much, I thought it was great. Hands down. No problems at all. You did well enough where I'm just like, fuck persuasion checks. Like,
yeah, I was expecting that. I was like, maybe I'll get an advantage. I don't know.
Nah, fuck that. You did great.
Yeah.
Like the what the DC was and what you put forward. Like, fuck the DC. You did it. Congratulations. So, yeah, I fucking speeches are great. Like, I monologue as the game master a lot, and when a player is able to just take the reins and start just doing something of their own volition that obviously means something to them, it very much vindicates me as a game master of, like, okay, I put forth this situation that you are now putting forth a reflective amount of effort, and that's great. I absolutely love it. So, thank you for writing a speech.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was very much all the effort. Just like, shit, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I know, right? Honestly, like,
mulling that over for like weeks, literally just like, okay, Zach, how do we reach out to these orcs? Fuck.
yep. And yeah, the whole, like, I very much the entire time for this carnival was like, okay, what do both Zach and B want? And like, what do they want to happen, and how can I help make it happen? And I wanted to continue adding like, oh, weird mysticism with clowns, and you know, the references to Fago, and you know, there's gonna be a lot of candies and you know, knickknacks, juggling, performances, etc. Like, you know, it's a carnival, and you know, not everyone is going to be rolling in gold pieces, so you know, children would have a handful of copper to play a handful of games. So you as adventurers carrying around hundreds of gold, like, it's like, yeah, fucking a copper to play the ring toss game to win a piece of candy. Like, I wanted to just be like low stakes, like fucking try as many times as you want, and I'm really glad that everyone was like interacting with that, and hopefully I was doing everything that you were hoping that I would do for the carnival.
Also, even if you stayed in line forever, I don't think anyone would shout shout at the new chieftain, "Get out of the line, bozo!"
Yeah, another thing that I said it like once, but like the party had, you know, like, you know, Dothric, Galley, Torin, Raijal, like, you had all of them following you, as well as like there's just a crowd of people like watching you the entire time. So it like, as much as I'm attempting to paint a picture, I can't add in every little detail, but you all had, like, every place you went, there were people being like, hey, look, it's the Chieftain and crew, and they're doing things. Like, you know, when you played the like, test your strength bell ringing game, like, there was a crowd of people watching that, and for everything that you were passing, and like everything you were doing, it was more or less subtly winning favor with them.
Nice.
It like, it's that whole, it's not a hard thing to walk the right path, but if you just like, if you were walking around just being a dick to people and like fucking, you know, there's nothing stopping you from walking over to that ring toss booth, sticking your hand in the basket of candy and just taking a fuck ton of it. But like, that kind of defeats the spirit of it. But you're the fucking chieftain. You can like walk behind any of those counters and do whatever the fuck you want. This town is yours. So
Be like that one. God, what was that one fucking movie? There, like this scene where the guy's just like, "This is the last I'll be seeing you," and he runs out the door, but then he runs back in, grabs like the cracker out of their hand.
oh yeah, that was in Monster House.
Monster House.
Nice.
It's just like like you could have failed at the fucking like archery game and then like turned away, but then turned back, dive your hand in the candy bowl. And
Yeah, there's like, for everything you were doing, like the more you were passing, the more you were winning favor, and like if you were a poor sport or just being jerks to people, like, oh yeah, that's it. But it like, I knew Zach wouldn't, but everyone was watching you, and you were just doing everything right and passing with ease, and so like, just to win over the town, the more you did, the lower the DC got. And that's why when you hit that speech, like, you won over the town already. Like, given that speech was just like, you know, the final solidifying point of like fucking I can make you roll persuasion, but it's like DC 10 or something. Like, it's so low that just fuck the roll. I don't care. It was a good time. You did all the right things. So, in the weird clownish flavor. Certainly this would have been different if someone else had the chieftain title, but that sometimes the fucking dice roll in weird ways. But anyway, with that, glad you enjoyed session. If there was anything else you wanted to add?
Nope.
All right, you're good to go if you'd like. And then Twisty, how'd you feel about session? Question, comment, concerns?
I felt the session was good and that we had good opportunity to do more like player to player RP rather than player to DM RP. And that's part of why I brought up the so where is everybody right now question, because like from the literal tense, like I fell through the floor quite literally, and then suddenly I'm running with people that are really only tied together because of the same war crimes.
Oh no.
From an outward perception, more just kind of solidifying like, why are we a party?
Yep. Because prior to everything, it's like, why the fuck are we a party?
I mean, for Orvid right now, like he said, he's interested in dealing with this conflict because he wants some sway with his new... Like, he didn't think that he was going to be heir to Granite Keep. He was hoping that he would find the heir to Granite Keep alive, but that didn't happen. So, the next, his altered goal is to basically go down there, but first, obviously we have to deal with the scenario here, so... I do hope that we'll probably find the answer of what's next after everything is settled ultimately, but who knows what conflicts would arise at that point.
I honestly love making sandbox areas to just like, hey players, do whatever you want. And like that beach session that never happened was literally like, here's just an area, fucking have fun. Like, if you need me, I'm here, but if not, just like, one of the things that I'm hoping everyone gets kind of comfortable with is like, you don't always need my input on certain things. Like, if you're in the tavern, you can say, I give the barkeep some coin, get a drink, and sit down at the table, asking the party yada yada, what are we doing next type thing. And you don't need to like do the full interaction of me as the barkeep paying the coin, marking it off on the character sheet, etc., etc. You can kind of cut corners of like, hey, I'm going to be doing this thing, but that's just like flavor adding on to this action. So, like, if your character's gonna bury their feet in the sand, then like, just like have that happen. And it's only with like extraneous things that require dice rolls. If you want to talk to the barkeep for information, then certainly, I am there. But, like over time, I feel you're going to get the hang of, just kind of cutting out me as the game master so that there's more player-with-player interaction. And you guys occasionally have those scenes where you're just like chatting with each other, and it's always great when the players as characters just talk to each other and plan things and talk about the situations that happened. And Sandra has been talking to Zach a bit and trying to, figure out her place, and it's definitely that's a good thing. I'm enjoying, like, hey, this party isn't a cohesive unit. We're just fucking together, and we need to just make things work, because if we don't, what do we have?
I'm very proud
so-
of that, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. You are very much the, like, I am here and I need to make the best of this, and it is an uphill climb for you. So anyway, anything else, Twisty? Any, like, favorite parts or stuff like that?
I don't have anything in particular. Just kind of overall, it was a good time. It I think it's like you said, we're gonna be heading in a different direction, in further sessions. So I think this is a good finisher on, the type of thing that we've been doing.
The coronation arc
Mhm.
Mhm.
subplot.
This is gonna be called Dark Carnival Arc.
Yeah, we did it.
Literally, we
Uh,
just filmed Dark Carnival Part 1 and 2.
Nice.
Mhm.
Part
Yeah.
3 pending.
Yep.
Everyone went to bed.
Man, I'm ready for part 5, The Revengeance.
No.
Carnival Revengeance.
Anyway.
The sequel's
Uh,
called Return to Dark Carnival.
Mhm. But after the sequel, and also after the pre-sequel. Anyway, so Hunter, how'd you feel about session? Questions, comments, concerns?
I don't know. I wasn't really all there this evening.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that. You've been dealing with a bunch of shit.
Dealing with a bunch of shit. Other than that, no. I had fun with it. I needed this. It's a good
Mhm,
distraction.
hmm Yeah, I was uncertain whether you would be too stressed to play D&D or needing D&D to get away from the stress.
I know. I wanted
So-
to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just, like, playing it by ear until like there was a verdict, and I'm like, all right, cool, we're actually we're doing the D&Ds. So you expressed, like, after a while you're just like, oh man, I want to play these carnival games. So, like, all right, fuck it, you wake up early, and just, like, sent you out, and you could participate in the shenanigan fest.
Yeah, things
and-
kind of got thrown for a loop when I couldn't get on my sheet.
But it
Yeah, just like suddenly like, oh shit, are we gonna have to cancel?
No, like I still had
It-
the stats in
Yeah.
the thing.
Thankfully.
So, like, I knew my stats. I just don't have my coins or my entire inventory. But I know my attack rolls off the top of my head.
So, like, if worse came to worse, we would just, like, guesstimate shit, and everything was in copper pieces.
Yeah,
Like,
I kept a tally of that anyway. So.
honestly, if you didn't keep a tally, I'd be like, Markov, like, I don't know, a silver, but like it's a silver. It's NBD. Like,
Yeah, it's
the
fine.
party eventually is going to be rolling in gold pieces and platinum and, like, fucking copper. It doesn't matter. It was supposed to be that it's so cheap it doesn't matter, as well as, like, if Zach wanted to press for it, they would just let him play all the carnival games without paying. Like, it's so arbitrary that it's there, but you have the option of not. So, but yeah. I am glad that this was a helpful distraction. Glad everyone enjoyed the session.
I liked that nat 20.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of, like, all right, I'm gonna do this thing, and fucking just crit rolls out. I'm like, all right, you fucking do that thing. Like,
We rolled high tonight.
Yeah, when it certainly is low stakes, those dice know when to roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do actually want to do the virtual weighted dice T-shirt.
I mean, it is a silly thing, but yeah, I had a good time. I can close all these tabs of games. I had like a page pulled up of festival games and suggestions of like how to play them, and the fucking like the hammer game. I thought that was great. With like, you know, both Zach and Dothric just first time walking over and nailing it.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, they're gonna make me do the hammer game. But also, Zach is a fucking noodle. Okay. We have a brain for a reason. Let's try this.
Yep. And yeah, when you said like I'm going to use my own hammer, that was like, you know, I am the chieftain, I'm doing this, and Carnival Worker was just like, well, I can't really say anything. If he breaks it, he breaks it. Or if they break it, they break it.
Yeah.
It very much, you fucking slammed it, so good times. I honestly, the high die rolls were great, and being able to give everyone small items was pretty great, as well as the like you as the chieftain getting various services, promises, and items. So yeah, the I knew that you were wanting something with the armor, so I thought you had a breastplate, but I'm just like,
nope.
Fuck it, like, you know, half plate and make it nice.
Yeah.
So it does look very nice. Also, half plate is apparently worth 750 gold pieces, so you know, if you wanted to pawn your old one, you can certainly get some gold pieces for that.
That is very much what I'm gonna do now.
Dude, we can finance the shit out of the cannon with that money.
Whoa.
You know, I'm not entirely sure what armor I want to go for as an upgrade, so I'll probably worry about that when we get to Granite Keep.
I don't want to go with anything heavier than leather.
Like, if you want half plate, you could take my old one.
Then I have disadvantage on stealth.
Well, then there you go. You don't get the half plate. But our paladin, maybe. Though,
Yeah,
I think they take breastplate or whatever.
You know, I'd be looking more at breastplate because I kind of don't
Yeah.
want the disadvantage. But the thing is, like, the armor value would be the same. Because with the armor that I'm running, I have 16 AC and 14 plus 2 to still be 16. So, like, it would just be convenient to get rid of the stealth disadvantage.
Fair.
Yeah. Other than that, it's not a big issue at the moment. If I run across some better armor, just like, sweet, I'll wear that.
Mm-hmm. So one thing about the half plate, so armor that is actually fitted to you when it is plates of armor and not like a fucking big thing of chain, it can be pretty quiet, because, you know, if it's just not rubbing on anything, then like the only thing you'd have to worry about is like it reflecting any light, and you can just like fucking toss a cloak over that shit, NBD. So it very much like the disadvantage being thrown out for stealth, certainly gonna assist the party in the long run.
Yeah, no, I do have the jingle jangle jingle, but you know, I'm sure that can be solved one day, one way or another.
Also, before I forget, I have to say, I really enjoyed Times New Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
Times New Roman.
Fucking 2,000, 20,000 gold ring.
yeah, like I absolutely am like, most of these are going to be like useless garbage rings, but I should give him one ring that's really fucking good, and it costs way more than the party has, and I'm like, lightning.
I really loved the 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 heat detection ring
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
because
fucking
that like those.
It-
It's the funniest magic item.
yep.
Oh yeah, that. What was it? How does the prestidigitation ring work? Is it just like a straight up cantrip ring, and I could just use it
Yeah.
repeatedly, or is it like?
Yeah,
Per day.
it takes one of your attunement slots,
Mhm.
but you get the prestidigitation cantrip.
Oh, cool. Okay, it doesn't have charges, right? Okay.
Yep.
I was like wondering, like, I'll just write down one because I don't remember.
Certainly
see-
convenient for clowning around.
Yup, this is gonna be
True.
very useful.
So, the thing about the prestidigitation ring, right now, pretty good. You don't have a ton of items that take attunement slots, but when you get more magic items later in the game, that prestidigitation ring is fucking getting benched.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, for now you could always just like, if you wanted to be silly, just tap on somebody's glass and turn it into whatever flavor you wish it to be.
Yep. It is now piss flavor. Congrats, suffer. You have angered the clown.
You've angered the clown.
I'm gonna
Do not
keep
anger
my
Clown.
cup far away from Zach's hand from now on.
no
It now
worries.
tastes
It has
distinctly
range.
like the exact beverage you're drinking, except slightly bad.
Yep.
It's like 1% battered. You can detect it, but you don't think it's been messed with.
Someone put aspartame in it.
You know what? Fuck you. Soils your jorts.
Oh my god, yeah. No one's gonna believe you didn't just shit yourself. You can't unshit yourself. Dude. Do you have prestidigitation?
You just yell and point at them. I'm going to shit your pants.
God damn it. I need to do that as a fucking spellcaster now. Just point at someone and say, I'm going to shit your pants.
The thing is, I've only seen people use it to like do sparkles in the air, puffs of smoke, like clean, or like make their liquor taste like their favorite thing. You know, I've never seen somebody just be like, you know what? Fuck you, soils your jorts.
Good times. But yeah, absolutely, I'm going to expand Times New Roman's inventory, and he will be making a comeback in the future just because he's so silly. There were a couple of other rings I didn't get to, but just the fucking ring of green, like
I can only wonder what it does.
it's green. That's it. That's the entire ring. It's like a lot of originally he wasn't supposed to have any useful rings, and I'm like, let's have some rings that are useful.
Yeah, they should have all been useless. That would have been funny.
So
I don't know. The ring of fire detection is a pretty helpful ring. How do you?
Yeah,
like
it lets you detect fire.
Yeah, but the thing about the ring of fire protection is I think it has to be in the fucking flame in order to
Yes.
work.
Yeah, the range is touch.
I like
Yep.
the green one.
the ring of green.
If I had money on me, I would have bought the ring of green as a gag.
Mm-hmm. The ring of fucking slower falling, and
I like how you join their membership program.
mhm.
You know,
Yeah, just in case. I have
you
to
bought a
write that
year-long
down,
membership.
actually.
group
So-
affiliations.
Yep.
Yep. I I'm ready to fucking like just start doing some silly things related to the fact that you've joined the premium membership program for Times New Roman.
And
Like,
met the Bonds premium membership program.
uh there's so many things about this fucking character. So the character was suggested to me in another server. I asked them for like things to add to the carnival, and someone just said a skeletal merchant named Times New Roman that sells magic rings that only work on him. And originally he was only supposed to have magic rings that legitimately did magical things, but as soon as he sold it to you, you would find out it only works for him. So I'm just like, let's let the party have some fun. So a lot of the rings are fucking useless though, and the fucking ring of skeletal appearance
On a skeleton.
fucking absolutely. I wanted it to be like fucking this ring is fucking useless. But fucking someone is like, can I buy it for like 25 gold pieces? And he's like, fuck no, I'm gonna lose so much money on that. Just like, he had this specific demeanor, and then like something would happen and he'd break the demeanor for a second to just make a quip. And it very much, oh god, Times New Roman. He was a joy to play.
Yeah, I can tell.
Does it work on pies? No.
Just the absolute. Now.
Hey, man.
Oh, absolutely, that Skeletor voice.
Yes.
I just like how the fuck. Oh god, I'm just double checking on the soil and object thing for vegetation. It's not an illusion. You actually shit yourself.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Royal a garment.
Bro.
No, it's like, yeah, it's real. Like, you just raise your hand.
Yeah, it's not even like, oh, you just make it look like it's shit. No, they're actually shit spawns on the thing. What the fuck?
It's just, you
I love it.
the thing is, you no longer have to, like, put effort into cleaning, like, a room. You can just, hypothetically, you could go into Sandra's room and whisk away the salt.
Yeah, just no more salt. I
Do
cleaned
that,
this
I'm gonna
room.
You do that, I'm gonna slap you.
And
You
you
could
just
certainly
replace it with like
try.
a thin film of gross smell.
You know?
God.
Yeah, no, but like, people, they'll just, instead of cleaning, they'll just, point at the fabric and the stain will disappear.
God, I wish I had that.
Uh,
But yeah, overall, it sounded like everyone had fun, so I am glad. That is something that I had been planning on, so now I need to plan out the next arc of the journey. That was kind of the wrap up there, and now the next arc is going to be dealing with the Shenanigan Fest, and
Yeah.
with the... I can't remember. You guys leveled up when you left the dungeon, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am level 6.
Gotcha. Because I need to plan out when the next level up is.
And
Oh.
That kind of depends. Because if the war gets dragged out, then certainly you'd level up during. But if we hash it out in like a session or two, then yeah, probably after.
When it feels right to level up,
so the
basically.
war has the potential to be a quick one. Interesting.
Blitzkrieg.
I mean,
You meta fuck. It's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I like what Twisty said there. Actually, have a blitzkrieg.
See, step 1 is you get an airship.
No,
That's as blitz as it gets.
we're not doing. No, I know where he's going with this, and we're not doing another 9/11.
I'm joking. You're
Oh
going
no.
to the Adventurers Guild, so
Yeah.
Just fucking
The drawback to having Yevis help out with the fucking clowning of the orcs. Oh no.
If fucking it's just like, all right, we need to blitzkrieg. Yevis, say no more.
Say less.
The way he crashes that airship looks awfully familiar.
It's like,
I guess there's potential to, we'll get up to war and we'll see how it goes. But yeah,
It's a good sesh, yeah, I think that should be everything.
Alright, I have prior engagements, so...
Is it involving Shane in the other chat there?
It might definitely, absolutely involve Shane in the other chat there, yes.
I was planning on going over and bothering Shane for a little bit. It is midnight and I do work tomorrow, so I'm hitting the hay soon, but I do want to say hi to Shane because it's been forever.
Well, then we can bring this conversation castle to an end.
Thanks for chatting, everyone.
That was a decently long episode.